Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I can answer this one. So we're actually a beauty company, and we're actually going to be targeting those issues that don't require you to go to the derma. And even if there are going to be such issues, that's why we have a dermatologist over there so that you can consult with us. Because a lot of times when you see that the products that are recommended by the dermatologist and what you can find over the counter that are regular skincare brands, they are very different in terms of ingredients and in terms of their potency as well. That's why we decided from the start that we're only going to be sticking to those with which, because a lot of time what the users, they don't know what exactly is their skin type, what exactly are their issues. So they need guidance in sort of in that. And for that, we're going to be recommending the products to them.
Okay. And you will be recommending these products on peer reviews?
Yes.
Okay. So do you think that the local market is mature enough, like हमारी products की इतनी usage हो चुकी है that, you know, we can have certified data to sort of bank on? Because like in my opinion, I think that the market is still fairly new. It is highly fragmented. There are a lot of supply chain issues that will arise, you know, once you launch this product. And you might have to, be on the forefront to constantly just try and firefight a lot of these issues. काफी ज़्यादा companies जो हैं that are just operating, you know, like in certain regions, you know, beauty brands that are based out of Lahore don't have a lot of reach in maybe Karachi per se. ठीक है, likewise, even if they're operating in a certain geographic region, वहाँ पे भी you will find that a lot of times they're having all of these supply chain issues where, you know, the products run out or, you know, there is something wrong with the formulation and people are complaining that this particular product is causing issues. So how do you plan on circumventing all of these issues per se?
Can I answer that, Samra?
Sure.
So basically, as you mentioned, I completely agree that there are multiple restrictions in terms of geographical challenges and the supply chain disruptions as well. This is something that we discussed during our interviews as well, because one of our customers pointed out that when she tries to go purchase a certain product, the packaging is not going to be uniform. So maybe if she goes and gets it from a small retail store, the packaging is going to be different. After 1 month, if she goes to purchase that same product, the packaging will change. So I feel like, yes, the market is very fragmented. However, at the same time, from what we found from our research is that people want more of these products. They want to have knowledge. They don't have the right information that is available to them. So, for example, if a woman based in Multan or Islamabad has used a certain Pakistani brand, whether it's Her Beauty or whether it's Hamani or Co Naturals, and then the availability is an issue due to supply chain. This is something that at the start we can manage by maybe catering to a few cities. And then once we know that we have the stock availability and we've managed it through stock control, then that's something that we can expand to other cities as well. Raj.
Okay. And do you think that these products have been around, you know, enough time period for you to be recommending them to new users?
I feel like yes. So based on the data that we have, we obviously cannot make big assumptions considering that we've interviewed around 5 to 6, and that's not representative of the entire population of Pakistan as well. But we do understand that a lot of these brands now have been sticking around for a very long time period, and their products are readily available, whether you look at it on their local stores or on their online websites as well. So definitely in terms of a demand for these products, that is there. And we have, based on the interactions that we've done through social media as well, we've come to realize that yes, people are aware of these products. However, they do require a lot more information in terms for them to start actually regularly using.
Okay. Also, what about competition? You guys mentioned that, you know, like, can you go back to that slide? So I think I can, yeah. Okay. So you're telling me that your direct competitors are Daraz, Al Fatah, and all of these other online platforms and physical stores. I think your competition is every Instagram, every Facebook page that is selling beauty care, regardless of whether that is manufactured locally or internationally. So, the market that you're going to be stepping into is already, quite advanced when it comes to selling.
Okay. Can I answer this?
Sure, Sandra.
Sure.
Okay, so I know that it's a bit fragmented, but we can also see that the very differentiating part of our app is that it's going to give you personalized opinion and personalized solution in terms of what actually is going to work for you, in terms of the ingredient or in terms of the texture of that product. So right now, when you're saying that there are a lot of Facebook pages, there are a lot of influencers as well who are saying that, oh, try this product, this is very good, or this brand. And there are different Facebook pages as well that have their own website and they're keeping their own stocks as well. But they don't have, they don't give out the advice on based on if this product is going to work or not. And also, again, they have international products like Korean products, a lot of websites they have them, but there is a huge issue with them being stocked out. And also, we are also dealing with certain target group that can't access or they don't have that much of compensation or money to in order to buy international products. That's why Pakistani products are very suitable for them, but they don't know what exactly is out there, which brands are there. Since you told that it's very fragmented. And we are actually, what we're doing is that in our app, we're bringing everything together. And so that our community is going to tell this product works, this doesn't work. And based on that data and also the data that we're going to get when they're going to do the onboarding quiz, we're going to actually see what is working and what is not. And then we're going to be recommending the products.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Should I take this on now?
जी
Shreya
sure.
sir?
जी फैसल
अच्छा
सर.
Ji. There are a number of questions. Number one, obviously the size of the market, right? So you mentioned 1.7 million addressable market somewhere. But what does it translate into in terms of rupees and dollars? That I haven't seen. I might have missed it. So what does that mean? When you're saying 1.7 million, Pakistan's population is 240 million currently, around 48% women, right? So that gives you around 110 million women. And you've distilled it down to 1.7 million out of that. So what are the criteria for distilling it down to 1.7 million? Right? Are these SEC A and B or SEC Super A or what? Number one. And then the size of the market, right? So a simple facial in the market ranges from around 4,000 to 8,000. A hydrological facial is around 8,000. I'm giving these numbers because I was invited on the advisory board of a chain of aesthetic clinics yesterday, right? So I've been looking at them. I've been having discussions with them. Your first competition is the aesthetic. And then the recommendation of what kind of facial will work for them. It's not looking for a business model. It's looking for a business model. Most of them don't have a business model. They just have an idea of a problem. We know skincare is a huge problem, right? Women who are exposed to the sun, right, at a certain age, if their skin is oily, they're going to have acne, they will have other issues also. They will have pigmentation also, right? So no, all those issues are there. So we know it's a very big problem. It affects millions of people, not even millions of people, tens of millions of people in Pakistan also, right? So Tibet Snow sells in Pakistan, right? Golden Girl sells in Pakistan. I mean, I saw Golden Girl on the back of rickshaws some years ago. So there is a huge market. There is a huge need. So I'm looking for that one thing over here, which says this is what the business model is. This is why somebody will be willing to use this app to determine a solution for their skin. I want to hear that.
Yes, so can I answer that?
Gigi, please.
So firstly, you talked about how we break down from our target group from 35 million to 1.17 million women. So firstly, yes, we have around 118 million women that are around 50% of our entire population. But then we break it down to our target group, which is 20 to 55 age bracket. That women that are between to 20 to 55, that's around 30% of our women population. That makes up to 35 million women. And then we further break it down to those women that are using skincare beyond the basics, which includes serums, cleansers, and all other stuff. So we take a percentage around 35% and we get 15.75 million. And then we break it down further. Not all women are comfortable purchasing skincare products online. So we took around 45% of the women are comfortable purchasing these products online and are willing to spend money on skincare products online. And that brings us to 3.9 million women. And then we further break it down into those women that will prefer local products. Not all women are using the local products. Some are using international products as well. So that are using local products. And we also have a filter like dermatologist filter that will be willing to pay for dermatologists in case. So that brings us to 1.17 million.
Okay. Where are your 1.17 million? What is the geography?
Sir, Pakistan, it includes the rural and urban areas of Pakistan.
Okay. Now I'm in Lahore, right? So I want, or let's say I'm not in Lahore, I'm in Sahiwal. So do I have access to a dermatologist there?
Yes, sir. On app, you have access to the dermatologist.
No, I'm saying, are there enough dermatologists in Sahiwal?
Sir, they
I
are.
need to have one there before I can consult somebody, or am I going to consult online only? You know, all the applications, all the businesses that launched 10 years ago, 8 years ago, which said doctor consultation online, video consultation online, all of them have floundered. All of them. And they raised millions of dollars. One of them raised $5 million and they floundered because consumer behavior is very different. When I am going to apply something on my skin, I want to be very sure of what I'm applying. That is why people go to salons, right? Nabila may be very expensive, but there are neighborhood salons that also do facials and they do skin assessment to whatever extent they can. Right? So, and there is a lot of quackery, by the way, right? Lots of people who are there. And you've heard of Amna's, what's it called? Amna's Herbal, Amna's Originals, right? Huge brand. Started with kiosks in shopping malls. Amna's Organics. And she's offering solutions. Plus, there is a market at the lower end that uses very local solution, turmeric, sometimes, you know, a turmeric mask or sometimes a cucumber mask, you know, all these things. So you got to look at it from that perspective and say, okay, this 1.17 million, let's assume this is your market. Let's assume they are going to come to your app, right? Apps, there's a very big problem with apps because the first thing you need to do is market the app before you can market anything that's inside the app. You need to get somebody to download the app, right? So that is a big challenge. So that's a big marketing challenge. How do you reach out to people? How do you convince them to download the app? How do you convince them to retain the app? Because if I'm not using it every day, why will I retain it? the apps that you have on your phone, the ones that you use every day, are your communication apps. Yeah, your WhatsApp, your Facebook, your social communication apps. You use them, Instagram, maybe YouTube, maybe TikTok. You use the other phone, you do not use every day, and that so it's a big challenge, right? The app, getting download the app, if they have it, they don't know you also. That's the first first hurdle